Why you need to pay attention to synchronicity now. Synchronicity is your ultimate guide. Well, the dictionary states that it's the occurrence of events, and especially psychic events, as similar thoughts in widely separated persons or a mental image of an unexpected event before it happens, that seem related but are not explained by conventional mechanisms of causality. In layman's terms, it is simply being in the right place at the right time to receive the right information. Now, why is this important? Surely these kinds of events are just coincidences. Well, let's define coincidence and break down this word to better understand it. Co means mutual, and of course, incident means an event or occurrence. Coincidence is pretty much a dead ringer for synchronicity, but why do most people brush things off as mere coincidence when, in fact, both coincidence and its relative synchronicity are profound states of universal flow? When we are young, magic surrounds us. Life is the biggest trip ever. Sadly, as we become adults, we lose that awe for the mysterious and start putting things down to chance or luck, and we start to give a rather cynical meaning to a beautiful word, coincidence. Should you read more into coincidence? Yes, the statistics of you being at that right place at the right time are phenomenally low. So when they occur, it is in your best interest to take very serious note of the message behind the encounter, then act on it. And as Carlos Castaneda said, all of us, whether or not we are warriors, have a cubic centimeter of chance that pops out in front of our eyes from time to time. The difference between an average man and a warrior is that the warrior is aware of this, and one of his tasks is to be alert, deliberately waiting, so that when his cubic centimeter pops out, he has the necessary speed, the prowess to pick it up. So let's take an example. You've been thinking of an old childhood friend, even possibly been dreaming of them. Then one day at the supermarket, your trolley collides with another trolley. You look up to apologize, and there's the friend you've been thinking of. So what does it all mean? Well, all meaning could be different according to personal circumstances, but let's take a few possible meanings. 1. This person may have some valuable information for you. It could be that they know someone who could help you with that project you're working on. Could be, number 2, that your friend may need your expertise with solving a problem. Or 3, it could simply be that you need to catch up and share some precious life experiences with each other. The meanings may differ, but the little gems that pop up as coincidences are really of no use. Sometimes we have to pan for gold. It can take days to recognize that little nugget of truth that was meant for you in the synchronous event that took place. So how do you go about flexing that synchronous muscle? The good news is, the more aware you are of synchronicity and how it breezes in and out of your life to steer you to your greater good, the more you'll start unraveling the unique tapestry of your life and your destiny. Now let me share a little story with you about the fury of being robbed blind. So, this is a huge shift that took place recently in my life, thanks to allowing synchronicity to work for me. I recently had my bank account hacked and a vast sum of money stolen over a period of 2 days. It was a red tape nightmare, but I eventually got refunded by the bank. Just last month, the same thing happened with an account I have at a different bank. Well, thankfully, a smaller amount was stolen, but the same principle had occurred. I started to get metaphysically suspicious. What was the universe trying to tell me? Sometimes synchronicity isn't as pleasant as having a catch-up cuppa with an old friend. It can come as an earthquake to rattle your cage of complacency. So I had to figure out the puzzle. Suffice it to say, I don't believe in mere coincidence in the dull sense of the word. Everything happens for a reason. So I started to pick this puzzle apart. And what I found stunned me. I realized that I had a tremendous pain body. That's a phrase coined by Eckhart Tolle to describe a collective energy within the self that feeds off the pain of a certain incident or incidents and affects us subliminally. So I had this tremendous pain body around money. I'm good at accumulating lump sums, but then proceed to either spend, lose, or give it away, bypassing any form of financial literacy or sustainable income. Does that sound familiar? The puzzle goes quantum. A friend of mine also pointed out that money is just energy. If I was having large sums of this energy stolen from me, it could also be a reflection of my personal life. She was right. I was also giving away my energy, in the form of attention in this case, to something that did not serve me. I started hauling in all this valuable information to analyze. Synchronously, my neighbor gave me a book to read called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, which I devoured. It was as if it was written just for me. I started to implement some of my findings and got immediate feedback from the universe. Within days of me making a conscious shift about my attitude towards money, someone accidentally put a large sum of money into my bank account. Even though a week later the sum of money was reversed, my situation had changed. Instead of people taking money out, they were putting it in. That was my confirmation that I had truly shifted my perspective and that things were on a new track. But you never kept the money, I hear you say. Well, in both instances, whether having the money purposefully stolen or accidentally given, a message was being delivered. I always had the money reimbursed by the bank in the case of the theft and my account returned to normal in the case of the deposit. So there was no physical gain of money, but the metaphysical message was received. The message delivered was that there was a problem with my mental attitude towards money, and the message was received and acknowledged by the shift in a physical occurrence, one could say a wink from the universe. If I didn't realize that my money being stolen was no mere coincidence, I would have been plodding on, feeling like a victim of circumstance, instead of seeing the opportunity that was being offered to change my financial attitude. So keep your eyes peeled for meaningful coincidence and start shaping your destiny through synchronicity today. You can get all my books at Amazon and all leading bookstores. I'll put my link in the description below and also in the pinned comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.